Hello everyone, let's get started. You're going to need a band. Grab a band. If you don't have one, I'll wait for you. Go ahead and grab a band, and you'll eventually need a dumbbell at some point, but not right now. We're going to get some shoulder work started. Sitting real tall. Get comfortable in your chair, maybe in the middle of your chair. Nice and comfy, posture's real tall. Draw in the stomach and activate your core. When I say activate your core, you want to think about what your stomach feels like when you laugh or when you cough. That tightness and that contraction that happens in the stomach. Some of you can just laugh out of nowhere. Some of you can just cough randomly. And when you feel that tightness in the stomach and that contraction, that's what you want to try to duplicate when I say activate or engage your core or flex your stomach muscles. So that's the kind of tightness you want to think about, and it's almost like a corset around your spine, around your lumbar, and that's what we're trying to protect is our spine while actively working on our ab muscles. So think about that, feel it, maybe do a little cough, and then once you feel that cough, feel what happens in the stomach and then try to duplicate that on your own without coughing, of course, because then people will hear you coughing and complain and think you have COVID, so be careful. All right, and maybe that little laugh right there got you to tighten up your stomach. So from right here, arms are out straight in front of you, the band is tight, arms are shoulder width apart, and then we're going to bring those arms out to the side and then in again. Out to the side. Get the band to touch your body, and then move those arms forward. And your arms are around shoulder height. If they need to be lower, that's fine. Not a big deal. Whatever's comfortable for you. It could even be around chest height, and that's fine as well. But get that band to come all the way back. Do the best you can. Let's do 4 more. There's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now from here, you're going to try to bring those arms as high up as you can. Whatever height you can get to is fine. The goal is to get above your head, but if you can't get up there, that's okay. Then from there, pull the band apart, coming down towards your head. Bring it right to the band, bring it right to about the top of your head, then bring it back up. And if you're lower, again, that's fine. And if you have to be low again, you're still duplicating that same move that we did in the very beginning, that first move. So I know some of you have a little challenge with the shoulders, bringing those arms up. And again, just bring the arms up as high as you're comfortable with and still work on pulling the band apart and bringing those arms out to the side. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, bring the band down. Turn your hands so that your palms are facing up. And right now I have my forearms in the back of my hands resting on my thighs, and then the band is going right over my hands, and I have a lot of extra band slack coming out the sides, and that's fine. Nice and tight in between your hands. Posture is real tall. Squeeze the band with your hands. Make a tight fist. Keep your elbows in close to your body as you try to bring those arms out to the side and come in. So we're working on external rotation through our shoulders, which is going to help with the rotator cuff, right? The shoulder stability. And you're just trying to expand and externally rotate the arms to the outside. If you can't go very wide, that's okay. Even if you just keep your hands at shoulder width and you're applying that pressure to the outside, and you feel that contraction in the shoulder, that's fine. You're still working those rotator cuff muscles. So again, you're doing what you can, no big deal. Try to expand. Maybe you're just holding the arm, one arm in place, and you're only moving the other arm, and that's fine. That's totally fine. That works as well, just in case you have some shoulder issues and this is challenging for you. So again, make modifications as needed. And you're just trying to pull the band apart and get those hands away from each other. To the best of your ability, you should really start to feel what's happening in the shoulders now. Right, we're really working those rotator cuff muscles. Keeping your posture tall, right? Flex your stomach. Right? Activate your core. Kind of like when we do a little laugh, a little giggle, and you feel that muscle, the stomach muscles tighten up. And that's what you try to duplicate on your own. So keep those muscles nice and tight in the stomach. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right, moving on. We're still working with the band. Grab the ends of the band, not the handles, but the end of the band. And let's do some seated rows. You can use 1 leg or 2. I like to just do 1 leg. But you can do both, doesn't matter. Holding on to the band, not the handles. Posture's tall, again, activate your core. And let's row, bringing those elbows back to the outside. And one thing I didn't say, I'm sorry, your shoulders. Try to drop your shoulders down. Don't shrug. Don't bring the shoulders up to your ears. We actually want to move them away from the ears. Bring the shoulders all the way down. Then from there, row. Bring the elbows as far back as you can, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together. Move the arms forward. Keep those shoulders down, and row. And so that's the challenge. When you pull those arms in, try to keep those shoulders down. Don't lift or shrug your shoulders upwards as you bring the hands and elbows back. Be mindful of your chair. If you have armrests on your chair, you want to make sure you're lifting your elbows high enough up so that you avoid hitting the chair. Remember, we don't want to hit that chair. We don't want to hit the funny bone. Engage the stomach. Keep your core nice and tight. Keep growing. Remember to do that shoulder check. Right? Drop the shoulders. Row. Make sure those shoulders are down. Row. Keep those shoulders down. Row. And keep working it. Let's do 1 more, and we're going to hold. But before you row, shoulder check. Make sure those shoulders are down. Bring the hands in and hold it. Get those hands as close to your ribs as you can. Strong hands. Make a fist. And if you can get your thumbs to touch your rib cage, that's how far back you want to bring those elbows, arms, and hands. Keep your posture tall. Don't lean backwards. Flex the stomach. Hold it. Keep the shoulders down. Be mindful of your body. You have to be aware of what you're doing with your body. So there's a lot of components to this move. Hold it. We're not letting go. Continue to hold. We're working on our posture. We're working on our grip. We're working on those little posture muscles in our upper back. Flex the stomach. Your core is working too. Hold it for 10 more seconds. Do a little shoulder check. Make sure they're down. Hands are back. Thumbs are close to your ribs. Hold it back there. Continue to hold. Nice and easy. Release. All right. Now you can grab the handles of the band, step on the band itself. Before we actually physically stand up, try to get your feet about hip width apart, and then try to get the handles of your band level. And tighten it up by pulling it out to the side so that everything is equal length. All right, so the slack coming out from the sides of your shoes or feet are pretty even. And you can tell by giving it a little pull upwards if one side is a little higher than the other. So you want to even it out. Make sure those handles are pretty even when you start to apply tension and lift them up. Mine looks pretty good. Once you're there, stand up. Engage your core, shoulders are down and back. Let's do some bicep curls. Keep your elbows in tight to your rib cage. So as you bring your hands forward up to your shoulders, those elbows don't really move forward. They stay against the side of your body, against your ribs, and keep them there. Standing tall. A little bend in your knees is fine. Activating your core, right? Pulling in the stomach. Keep that posture nice and tall. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake out those arms. I'm going to give you a side view of what we're going to do next. We're going to continue to work on our biceps. I'm going to give you a side view. We're going to do what's called partial repetitions. So we're going to do the bottom half of a bicep curl. Elbows remain close to the side of your body. You come up halfway till your forearms are parallel, then you go down to the bottom. Up halfway, down to the bottom. So we're only coming up halfway. Parallel forearms, down. Up halfway, down. That's 4. We're going to go for 7. Up halfway, down. That's 5. Up for 6, down. Up for 7, down. Now we're going to go all the way to the top. This is where we start. Now you're going to come down halfway, all the way up. Down halfway, forearms are parallel, all the way up. 2, down halfway, all the way up. 3, down halfway, all the way up. 4, down halfway, up for 5, down, up for 6, down, up for 7. Now come all the way down. Now we do full range of motion from the very, very bottom to the very, very top. No half movements anymore. Full range of motion. That's 1. Bottom to the top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 more, 7, come down slow, slow, very slow, very, very slow, even slower. You should be about halfway right now. Slow, continue to go slow. Slow, 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 all the way down to the bottom and relax. All right, moving on. Get rid of the band. Grab a dumbbell. Heavy dumbbell. Whatever you have. Something heavy, heavy, heavy. Maybe you can do a backpack that's heavier than your dumbbell. We're going to work on the farmer's carry. This is very applicable to our daily function of carrying something in our arms or in our hands. So I'm going to back up so I can have enough room to walk forward and enough room to walk backwards. We are going to walk backwards, but if you are a little timid or hesitant to walk backwards, you will turn around and then walk forward, okay? So, posture is tall, shoulder. So I'm holding onto the one weight in one hand, one arm is working. That shoulder on the weighted side, bring it up, bring it back, let it come down. So now it's secure, right? And you're standing tall. Activate your core. Suck in the stomach, easy as you walk. Couple steps to the front. Go slow. Once you reach your 5 or 6 steps forward, you either turn around and go back, or very slowly, very carefully, be mindful of your surroundings, step backwards. We're walking backwards. We're really challenging the balance as we go backwards. So make sure there's nothing around you, right? No tripping hazards around our workspace when we exercise. And then we go forward again. Keep it in the same arm. Being mindful of your posture. Don't overcompensate to the weighted side or even the non-weighted side, and you're shifting away from the weight. Right? The goal is to try to keep your posture, and I'll give you a front view, your posture as tall as possible as you walk. And if you even want to have your arm out to the side to help you gauge your posture as you walk, you can do that as well. And of course, be mindful of your surroundings. Switch hands. Bring the weight to the other side. Shoulder check. Lift. Bring it back. Let it go down. Shoulders strong and secure. Now the core. Tighten up the stomach. The free arm, if you want, you can have it out to the side. Easy steps forward. Remember, try to keep your spine straight. Vertical spine. Take a few steps forward. A few steps backwards if you can. If you need to turn around, you can turn around if you don't feel comfortable walking backwards. Continue to suck in the stomach. Try not to lean to the weighted side or the non-weighted side. Right, that's the challenge. Trying to keep your torso as straight as possible. Continue to think about the stomach. Other side. So what we're doing is we're going forward and back twice. Forward and back 2 times, okay? And we're going to do that again. One more time. Shoulder check. Up, back, down. Flex the stomach. Strong hand, holding onto the weight. Strong core, so that you're not leaning heavy to one side. Easy. As you walk backwards, or you're turning around, and then walking forward, and then when you get to the end, you turn around again. One more time, down and back. Strong core. Pull in the belly button. Way back. Don't lean to one side. Switch hands. All right, shoulder check. Up, back, down. Tighten up the stomach. Walk. Strong hands. Squeeze that weight. Make a good strong fist if you need to with your free hand or arm. You can move it out to the side, and that helps you with counterbalance, but it also lets you know if you're leaning heavy to one side. So it's a way of gauging your torso, your upright body position. Flex the stomach, almost there, make your way back, slowly, carefully. Moving on, bring the weight to the other side. Now, for this one, you can go a little lighter with your weight. But you can use the same weight. You can try it with this heavier weight, or if you only have one weight, then you can continue using it. Bring the weight up to the shoulder. So now it's in a different spot. It's not at our side anymore. It's up on your shoulder. You can actually physically let the weight rest on your shoulder. Tighten up the stomach again. Now we don't need to do any kind of that retraction work with our shoulder. You're just holding it there, making sure it's secure. Flex your stomach. We're walking. It's different now. It's a lot more challenging to our bodies. It's a lot more challenging to your torso. So nice and easy as you walk back. One more time to the front. Flex your stomach. Right, pull in that belly button. Tighten up that core. Easy as you go backwards. One last time. Switch arms. Bring the weight down first. Change hands. Then bring the weight up to your shoulder. Let that weight rest on your shoulder if you can. Flex the tummy again. You can have that arm out to the side if you'd like. Nice and easy walking. As you go forward, walk backwards, or you can turn around and then go forward if you want, depending on how you feel walking backwards. If you don't feel comfortable walking backwards, you don't have to. You can just as easily turn around and walk forward. Again, be mindful of your upper body position. Don't lean heavy to one side, especially now because the weight's at your shoulder. You really feel the temptation to lean to one side. All right, one more time. One more time. So we're on the other side now. Again, 2 walks, down and back, all right? So here we go. Flex that stomach, arm out to the side. Easy as you walk forward, walk backwards. Keep your tummy nice and tight. Flex that core. Easy. Again to the front. And make your way back. Last one, going backwards. Be careful. Continue to engage your core. Activate those stomach muscles. Bring the weight down. Change hands. Bring the weight up to the shoulder. And again, let it rest on your shoulder if you can. Flex the stomach. Free arm out to the side if you so choose, and we are walking forward. Tighten up that core. Try not to lean heavy to one side. One more time to the front. Last one, going back. Easy as you come back. All right, hold on to that weight with 2 hands. Stand in front of your chair. We're doing some squats. So you can hold on to this weight with 2 hands. I'm holding on to a kettlebell, but with the dumbbell, you're just holding on to the sides. All right, using 2 hands for 1 dumbbell. Right here, we let that weight come straight down to the floor. Push the hips back towards the chair. Stand up. Make sure your shoulders are back, right? So make sure they're down, then squeeze them back a little bit. Pinch the shoulder blades together, but make sure those shoulders are down first. So we squat again, push the hips back towards the chair. Lightly touch the chair with your bum if you can. Feel the weight on your heels as you squat. Flex the stomach. Activate your core. Shoulders down and then squeeze the shoulder blades back. You have to make sure those shoulders are down first. Nice and easy. Take your time. Breathe through it. Don't hold your breath. Flex that stomach as you come down and as you stand up. Breathe in on the way down. Exhale as you stand up. Breathe in. Exhale, stand. Let's do 5 more. 5. Easy on the way down. Strong core. 4. 3. 2. 1. All right, we're not done yet. Bring the weight up to your chest. Keep it there. Squatting again. Now the weight's in a different location. Still doing the same exact move with our lower body, but now that weight has changed locations and it's going to be a little bit more challenging to your core, your lower back. Shoulders are going to work a little harder to keep the weight there in front of your chest. And it's just a different way of contracting and working your body. Not any better or worse than the last exercise, just different. The more variety, the better. 5 more. Strong core. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. All right. Put the weight down. Stand behind your chair. This is the last thing we do. We're going to use the chair for balance, and we're going to focus on our calves. Feet are about hip width apart, starting off with the feet flat on the ground. Hands on the chair. Raise those heels up. Now, I don't want you to have to worry about your balance, which is why I recommend having your hands on a chair or a stable surface. I want your focus to be on the calves. I want your focus to be on raising your heels as high as you possibly can and holding it at the top for a couple of seconds, then come down. Raise and hold for a couple of seconds, then come down. Raise and hold, then come down. And so that's what you want to work on. Raising and holding, and then coming down. And this is challenging to do if you're not holding on to something. You have to really focus on the balance, and it takes away a little bit from the exercise as far as getting a good, strong contraction at the top when you hold it. All right, so let's do 3 more. 3, 2, last one, and hold. Stay up. Don't come down. Stay up there. Hold it. Lift those heels up as high as you possibly can. And hold it there. Stay off the ground. Keep the heels off the ground. Hold it. Hold it. Continue to hold it. Feel that burn. Feel that contraction. Those muscles are working. We want them to work. We want to create that stimulus so they can activate and get stronger. Continue to hold. Continue to stay up there. 10 more seconds. 10, 9. Lift a little higher. 8, 7, 6, 5. Another little lift. 4, 3, 2. Another little lift. 1. Easy on the way down, and that's it. Bravo. You should have really felt those calves. Good job. That is it. A little bit of everything. Good work. We really got those shoulders going, the legs, and then the calves. Bravo. All done. Good job.